Have you ever wondered why you are a calm, calm? You ever wonder why you're a calm cucumber while your friends are always stressed out or freaking out?
I'm freaking out, man.
It has a lot to do with doshas, and doshas are an Ayurvedic term, and it has to do with your unique chemical makeup. Once you can understand your unique chemical makeup, you can understand how to live a happy, healthy, long life that is pain-free. While most of us don't care jack about that as young people, as you age, once you get to late 20s, 30s, stuff starts to hurt. It's painful. And so you want to understand your unique balance so that you can start to do things that are harmonious with your unique balance. So today, that's what we're going to talk about is doshas. That is how you understand your unique balance. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. We got more info for you. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Shah. I am an Ayurvedic specialist with years of experience with just learning how to rebalance my life. I have stumbled onto the vast knowledge of Ayurveda, and I am still a student myself, but I created this channel so that I can turn around and help those that are also on the path to wellness and people that care about being the best they can be. I am very much an active individual, and so this channel is very much dedicated to those who are either athletes, businessmen or women, or just anyone that is very passionate about showing up and being the best they can so that they can show up. And that has a lot to do with being healthy and living in balance. And so that's just a quick introduction about me. Today, we're going to be talking about doshas, as I mentioned earlier. This is an Ayurvedic term, and you're probably asking me, like, what is Ayurveda, right? Ayurveda is a 5,000, 10,000, I mean, it is up for debate, really, on how old this thing is, but it's an ancient science originating from India, and it has honestly changed my life. I owe it a lot, which is why I've done so much, which is why I'm so passionate and I'm speaking so passionately about it, is because I used to be a train wreck. I was almost 300 pounds, had so many different issues as like a 20-year-old. It was just, it did not make sense, did not compute. And so I set out to learn how to get better because I sure as hell was not going to just belly up and give up, you know? And so, you know, through my trials and tribulations, I have learned about Ayurveda, and Ayurveda is a knowledge of life, is literally what it translates to. And I don't want to get too deep into that today. There's another video about it. I'll probably link it over there. But Ayurveda is an ancient Indian science. It's basically teaching people how to live in balance based on understanding your unique chemical makeup. It's, you know, it translates to dosha, but I'm using the word chemical makeup because that's probably the easiest way that we can understand it. So the easiest way to explain the doshas are Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Those are the three doshas of Ayurveda, and they are Vata, which is the combination of ether and air elements, Pitta, which is water and fire, and then Kapha, which is earth and water. These all, at least kind of like a very broad idea, is that they make up everything around us. And obviously it does, right? Like air, ether, water, like everything. We kind of know this on a science level, that everything around us is a combination of some elements. And Ayurveda's kind of been saying the same thing for thousands of years as well. And honestly, I think that's one of the cool parts. Like, how did they know? I don't know. Are you guys curious about that? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm fascinated by how people knew this stuff back there. But anyways, getting back to it, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are if you're watching this, because I'm fascinated. I'd love to open up a dialogue about that. But bringing it back real quick, so doshas, Vata, Pitta, Kapha, they have the different elements. Those elements are in your body and they're around you in the environment. And so when you can understand your unique balance, you can kind of understand what you need to do to live a harmonious life. Like, those are kind of the words that Ayurveda uses, but I've kind of translated that to those feelings. Like, you ever felt like really in balance, like where you're just feeling on cloud nine?
Yeah, boy.
You feel really good, like you've slept good, you've ate good, everything is just kind of vibing really well. I would say or attribute that to, like, that is you in balance. Like, that is in your doshic balance, you know? And so Ayurveda is trying to tell you exactly what you need to do in order to kind of get that feeling. And so I've used it over time, and I'm sorry, backing it up real quick. And if you're not feeling good, you can almost immediately tell. And I think this is the cool part. You can almost immediately tell, like, oh, there was that thing that I ate, that thing that I did. And that's kind of why I feel like that. Like, it just broadens your awareness. If you're not going to go like become perfect tomorrow and like be like, yeah, I'm going to go do everything perfectly tomorrow. You know, like, it's fine. It's not, I don't think that's the point, but I think the point is awareness. All right, if this is supposed to be a guide, I want to make sure that I give you all the tools so that you can at least do a little bit of a self-assessment. So first, we're going to just go over what Vata, Pitta, Kapha look and sound and act like, and then we'll go into how you can do a self-assessment. All right, let's get into it. So Vatas, on the first hand, physically, Vata individuals are usually on the slimmer side. They may have dry skin, dry hair, and often have cold hands or feet. So those individuals that you always are like freezing, need the heater on, those are normally Vatas. They are quick to learn, but they're also quick to forget. A little bit of that like airheadiness, no offense to anyone, but they're extremely creative and lively, always on the move. They walk extremely fast. Like, I don't know if you have any friends like that are like mile-a-minute people. On the strength sides, excellent communicators, enthusiastic, easily adapt to new situations, and they have a natural ability to express creativity and often full of ideas and imagination. On the challenges side of things, tendency to experience digestive issues, fatigue, and anxiety. They can often become overwhelmed and scattered if they take on way too much, and they have a tendency to take on way too much. So Pittas are normally medium build, well-proportioned bodies, good muscle tone. They have the ability to think very critically. However, they do tend to they're prone to like rashes, skin inflammation. You'll normally see them in the front leading the charge. Their strengths are, they include being natural born leaders. Again, they're critical thinkers, able to think under pressure. And they're able to kind of they're able to cover a lot of ground quickly. Not like a Vata, like they move fast, not even fast. They're just able to do a lot. They're capable of doing a lot. Vatas are able to like go really fast, but they get really tired. Pittas are like, they have a little bit more stamina. Like, they can go a little bit further, which is why they have that ability to build that muscle tone. But they also tend to burn out. On the strength sides, I already went over natural born leaders. They're passionate, very persuasive and influential. Challenges, they can become very overly competitive. They can get aggressive when they're out of balance. They suffer from burnout due to their intense drive. And then physically, like I said, overheating, skin rashes, and they're prone to ulcers, either in the mouth, in the stomach, and the digestive system. And then last but not least, Kaphas. We're going to talk about the characteristics of a Kapha. They're normally well-built, sturdy, heavy frame. They have thick, lustrous hair, soft, oily skin. They move and learn very slowly, but they retain information very, very well. Kapha types are stable, patient, and extremely loyal people. Strengths-wise, inherent ability to enjoy life, and they're comfortable with routine. Their strength lies in their steady energy and their ability to endure physical and mental strain over, again, a long period of time. Their challenges, though, they have the ability, like, they gain weight very quickly. Fluid retention is an issue. And then lethargy, like, they just feel tired all the time. So they tend to be, like, the more lazier individuals, or they tend towards laziness a little bit more. They can become too attached, too comfortable, and they can be resistant to change. This leads to like that sedentary lifestyle, being lazy, kind of being a couch potato. So they kind of need to get moving in order to counterbalance that. We won't get too deep into that. Now you're probably asking, like, what are the methods one could use to identify their dosha? So the first one being is you want to identify your dosha using just an online quiz. I'm going to link a few down below that I've used before that I trust. I'm working on building my own, so it's coming. But they're fairly accurate. They'll give you a rough idea of what your doshic balance is. So at least you can start doing something, right? Like once you can understand, like, okay, cool, like I am a Pitta, or I am more a Kapha, or I'm more a Vata, you will start to understand, like, okay, cool, like I should do more of this or do less of that. So number two thing that you can do is just a quick self-assessment. I'm going to give you a quick guide so that you can do a little bit of self-monitoring and get an understanding of what your doshic balance is. For facial features, Vatas are going to be on the smaller side. They have much smaller lips, much smaller nose. They're the petite individuals of the world, smaller eyes, the whole nine, and a little bit of drier skin on their face. On the Pitta side of things, these individuals are still medium build, slightly larger, very sharp features on their face, sharper nose. Their eyes are like still staring to your soul when they're, not even when they're mad. They're just like got this like determined look in their eye all the time. And these individuals also have sensitive skin on their face. Like I said, prone to acne, prone to inflammation. Kaphas are, on the other hand, the largest, full lips. You'll see them with large eyes, very, very calm eyes, calm face, calm demeanor. Digestion and metabolism. The Vatas of the world, these are individuals that have irregular digestion. They are pooping every 2-3 days. They're not hungry very often. It's irregular. That is the word of Vata. But Pittas, on the other hand, they are extremely hangry people. They need to be snacking, eating 3, 4, 5 times a day. If they don't, they will lose their shit. The Kaphas, on the other hand, they don't care. They're just like, give me food, I'll eat. I'm thinking about food, but I'm not like worried about it. They're just like, when it comes, it comes. I know of a good place, but it's like, you don't give them food, like, they'll be fine. They'll be okay. Slow digestion as well. Mental, emotional patterns. This is more on the Vata side. Creative, like I said. Prone to anxiety. Vatas talk very quickly. Everything is moving at light speed. They also tend to forget everything very quickly. They have like short-term memory loss at times. And on the Pitta side of things, these are the focused bunch, overly competitive, capable of handling like big critical thoughts. Like they're able to handle stressful things. They're able to problem solve on large scales. Very good at leading massive teams, leading countries, leading companies. These are the leaders of the world. And then on the Kapha side, these are the types that are very calm. These are the loyal bunch. These are the ones that you can confide in, you can rely on. They'll always be there. However, they are so stubborn when they're out of balance. It can't get them to move. It's convincing them is like a whole nother thing. Physical features and energy levels. Vatas, typically slim. They get tired very quickly. Pittas, they're medium, muscular, good stamina. Those CrossFit athletes. Kapha side, these are usually strong and solid individuals, steady energy, and normally the ones that are not getting sick very often either. Great immune systems. So that's like how you can do a quick little self-assessment. Again, not trying to confuse anyone, just want to give you some like quick tools, techniques so that you can understand what the doshas are and how they look inside you, on you. I don't know how to say that. The third thing you can do, see an Ayurvedic specialist. Like, we are everywhere. You can literally talk to an Ayurvedic specialist, just Google one. They're very cost effective. You can get a good understanding of what your dosha is, and then you can get some recommendations on what you need to do. So check out an Ayurvedic specialist in your area. They are extremely great people. And that's a quick guide to the doshas. Once you understand what your dosha is, you can learn how to do more that vibes with you so that you can live in harmony, you can feel great like that one time you felt great. I'm curious. Write down in the comments below, like, what do you think your dosha is? And I'm curious, what do you guys think? Like, Ayurveda is 5,000 years old. 5. Somehow, these guys knew 5,000 years ago that we're a bunch of elements put together. Like, I thought we were dumb back then. So, I don't know. I want to hear your thoughts, y'all. Very curious. Let's get on this journey together to healing, to wellness, to being the best we can so that we can show up every day and tackle everything that we need to tackle. Be the best we can be. Anyways, check out these other videos. Have a great day, y'all. Peace.